Hello everyone and welcome back to Austin Plus Reviews, where today we are talking about Punisher, One Last Kill, the very special presentation that we've had in years that is officially on Disney Plus. And just a week after the big finale of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, we are greeted to a special presentation on Disney Plus, exploring the current life of Punisher, his struggles and all, and in the end, what sort of life he chose moving forward. And wow, was it a lot to handle. You need a big stomach for this, I reckon. I've really enjoyed this special presentation. I'm going to call it a short film. Instead of saying special presentation, it's just too much. But it was a brilliant short film. And for something that was only about 50 minutes long, I was hooked the whole time. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I would go over this typical criteria of the best characters, but there was only one character that stuck out to me, and it was Punisher. Frank Castles reveals he is a man who is lost in his way and has been consumed by the pain of his broken life and simply just needs one final person to kill. Personalized by a script co-written by John Berthel as well, I think he needed to be there because he's played Punisher so many times and he's played him so well. He needed to be the one to basically write a bit of it, and you can tell that he definitely did. And the story is it does take an imaginative look of like Frank's psychological low point, and that he is, in other words, tapped in the head, and you can't really say that he's not. But the emotional wreckage mixed with the jaw-dropping raid style of anti-hero hyper-violence, in one of the most incredible moments, he defends himself against a mob of literally people that are about twice his height and then twice his weight. I think that army-type militia idea of Punisher was really waved quite well into this. And as much as it is a special presentation, you could tell there was like a lot of time and money and effects and like shit that went into to making Punisher in this 50 minutes absolutely mental, whether it was fighting or whether it was psychological. And I think that's why I really love Punisher's character. So, for best moments, I picked 4. One of them was basically the setting up of the episode. The first half of the special presentation, I'd say the first 10-20 minutes, is a very textbook example of the tension in a show that you usually get, but it sets a very dark and introspective tone with the introduction to the character Frank Castle, in his life at that moment. But also he is under what's the word? Under surveillance, that's the one, by, is it the Nucci family? I think that's what they are called. He is under, surveillance by the Nucci family. He stopped outside and said, yep, there's a bounty on your head because you done this. Bang. Sums up basically every Punisher or bounty hunter or whatever you call them. Now, the story gradually develops a sense of terror with a great bounty is placed on his head for, I think it was 1 million or 1 billion or something, forcing the fated and broken man from hiding and going on a complete rampage of killings. This slow blow introduction removes the superhero drama and basically puts the story in a raw neo-noir mode, like modern noir, and that makes the inevitable trip to the violence basically entirely justifiable. Now, as I was saying about the rampage of killings, this series provides some of the most jaw-dropping, raid-inspired hyperviolence I've ever seen on a screen, and especially from Marvel as well. The intensity of the raw nature of the choreography are relentless, with jaw-dropping moments when the cornered Frank literally catches fire, but doesn't, basically stop tearing through his attackers. This is very classic action story, but as I said in the Daredevil one, it's wrapped in Marvel wrapping paper, and I love it. Due to his unquilled tactical genius and his mere terrifying determination to kill someone, it makes him the most dreaded vigilante out of everyone in Marvel or DC Comics ever. Now, that rampage of killings was a lot. You need a hard stomach for it. Now, next bit is the flashbacks to his family, and I think this is very important because it shows that while he is on these rampage of killings, he is mentally fucked. The episodes have a dreamlike quality to them, and these scenes are very like emotionally grounded and show a very fragile glimpse into Frank's fractured physique. Now, these reflective scenes give the audience a chance to see Frank very vulnerable, and he is a hard ass, but he is dealing with heartbreak and the stark fact that he is basically exhausted his list of people to avenge for his tragedy, but also he's broken. But the sentiment of the chaos of this whole special presentation, the film brings a great amount of psychological depth to his character, whether he was broken but he's then become rebuilt, and his family continues to be his driving force in his crusade. Which brings me to the final best moment of the short film, which is his final reveal, and he's taken on the mantle with pride as the Punisher. The entire highlight was that he would be a broken person becoming a presentation of an iconic figure who is a protector. Not a villain anymore, but someone who protects. From the movies that will forever connect Frank to his new home in the modern Marvel Universe, makes him the character that people see as not a hero, not a villain, but a savior. And he has to do things to do so. The final shot of the powerful piece is like short of a basically triumphant cry of purpose. See, that's his war cry. He shot someone in the head, and that obviously led to the final title card before the credits rolled, indicating to the viewer that while Frank Castle has found temporary peace, the Punisher is bloody back, and he's staying for good. So, in all of this, people have asked the question, what is Punisher's future? And I think that's a good question, because after getting his brain washed in, this whole, Punisher short film, Frank Castle's future is now moving from the tiny screen to the big screen, finally! We all want that. His next confirmed role is a must-watch big part in the upcoming theatrical Spider-Man Brand New Day. Photos and trailers have already shown him in the iconic Punisher attire that we've seen after. Obviously in this, he's in that same attire that he was in the very end. And along with Tom Holland's web-slinging Spider-Man and Scorpion, I think this epic crossover will be a major thread in the character arcs for the both of them, positioning Frank as a very pivotal character in the later arcs after Phase 6. I don't think we'll see him in Avengers Doomsday unless we see him become the Cosmic Ghost Rider, which many people would be pissed off with, but I would not. I think that'd be cool, but he has to be a variant. We want our classic Frank Castle. Now, on to other reviews, my favourite. IGN said that the special succeeds in stripping away the extraneous, that's the one, fluff on the Netflix series and just giving fans what they crave. A lean, mean action romp that brings to mind classic modern action films like The Raid and John Wick. Yes, I did bring up Raid in this as well. He is very much, it does remind me of that, and also does remind me of John Wick. Yeah, they killed his dog and his wife died. You probably chose the wrong person there. So, yeah, I do agree with that. Variety said John Berthos remains the definitive live-action incarnation of the character, effortlessly balancing a terrifying animalistic rage with a genuinely moving portrayal of a broken, grieving father. Yes, I do think when people see John Berthos, they do think of Punisher, and I think they've done a good job of that. The Daily Beast said, from those craving a less cartoony superhero saga, it'll be just what the Butcher ordered. A bracing stunner that discovers the most exhilarating combat in the studio's history. Yes, I think this is probably the most violent thing Marvel have ever come out with, but I am all here for it. I think Marvel, the Punisher, the One Last Kill thing was probably the biggest risk they could have taken, because it isn't Marvel. It can be considered realistic, but yeah, it can be, definitely. But he is a great anti-hero, and he is a great character that they've made just not Marvel. They've made him real. And I think that's a weird saying, but it's true. Mama's Geeky, we're back again. Mama's Geeky said, a soul-crushing, adrenaline-fueled evolution of the character that dives into the psychologically psychological wreckage of PTSD with a level of nuance I haven't seen in the MCU since WandaVision. Yes, I do. Yes, yes. That the psychological wreckage of PTSD was also seen in WandaVision. Correct. We've also got a Vision Quest coming out this October for some reason. Yeah, I think that is very true. It shows that there is a psychological side. I mean, I think I've said that about 50 times already. But yes, he does have a psychological side to him. And he is psychologically wrecked. Yeah. Now, with the special presentation releasing, many are wondering if there are any chances of being more TV specials. The odds of more TV specials from Marvel Studios just got incredibly high as ahead of the release of this. People were asking for more, so I do think we'll probably get more in the future, and I do think we could get some more standalone specials for the grounded characters and some shows, but nothing for the multiverse saga. Not anymore, please. So my overall review, fucking brilliant. It was fantastic, and I think it was what we needed, and I think the release date for it was brilliant, releasing it straight a week after Daredevil, because he didn't show up in that show, so everyone was like, where the fuck was he? So yeah, I do think it was a great timeline. It was a great thing, show, short film, whatever you want to flipping call it. It was a great short film, and I definitely want to see more of him, but I don't want to see him in the multiverse thing. Keep them the way they are, please. I am quite aware that this is not everyone's cup of tea, but if you can appreciate the fact that this is basically the Punisher meets John Wick type vibe, this 50 minutes will feel like a cinematic lifetime. But without further ado, folks, that is the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment what you'd like to see on this channel. But I hope you have an amazing day as always, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah.